Good afternoon, Mr. Rogers. This is file 242305FY. You're Patrick Lincoln Rogers II.
Yes.
I'm Judge Middleton. I'm here at the courthouse. Also present is the public defender. He's with us also, Larry Wescombe. And you got arrested last night for possession of methamphetamine and resisting and obstructing a police officer. Those are both felonies. R&O is a 2-year felony, and possession of methamphetamine is a 15-year felony, 10-year felony, excuse me, $15,000 fine, and you're on parole. So this wasn't good. So I'm going to show that you plead not guilty.
Thank you. I never had no meth on me. They found the meth somewhere sitting over somewhere.
All right, well, don't say any more about it, Mr. Rogers. I'll get a lawyer to help you with it. Show you plead not guilty, appoint an attorney. Set a pre-exam for 1/14/25 at 8:30. PEX for 1/21/25 at 1. Couple of bond conditions. Pretrial supervision if you post it, no drugs and no alcohol.
I'm trying to go rehab.
No weapons, no assaultive behavior. Have you talked to your PO yet?
No, listen, so I just went to my PO last time I seen him. I barely passed my drug test. He says, hey, look, do you want help? I said, I think I got this. Well,
who is your PO?
Jed.
Oh, boy, he's been busy today.
Yeah, oh yeah. So I don't know.
Well, don't say any more about it. You're not likely to bond out with a parole hold.
Well, no, because I got a violation, and I don't even know what the violation is. They told me I was absconding, and I had a violation. The marshals came to my work looking for me for no reason.
Yeah, you were out. They had an absconding warrant for you. Apparently, you missed something. They found
everything.
Okay, well, we'll get a lawyer to help you with this. Bond is $25,000 cash or surety with conditions.
So is that 2,500?
25,000. I don't think Mr. Miller's going to let you bond out anyway, so it may be moot. But the prelim and pre-exam day will be January 14th for the pre-exam. We should be able to get some handle on what's what by that time. 3.6 grams of meth are what they found. Have you slept yet?
Man, I'm up in this drug tank. They won't move me, Middleton. I can't do nothing up here. There's a girl yelling, screaming her head off. They won't move me.
Yeah, I hear them. They're probably gonna move you now that I set the bail.
I can't find out, like you said. So I'm just trying to get back to where I can rest and get back where I'm supposed to be, man.
Fair enough. All right, Mr. Rogers. I'll see you on January 14th at 8:30. All right, thank you. Hello, Ms. Davis.
Hello, Judge.
You got some droopy drawers there. Good afternoon, sir. Are you Caden Husselcuss?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm Judge Middleton, and Mr. Wescombe from the Public Defender's Office wants an opportunity to speak with you before I start this arraignment. So let me set up a breakout room and let the two of you go into it. My alternate ego. All right. All right. Let's take another crack at this. This is file number 242307FY, People versus Caden T. Husselcuss. Mr. Hasselkuss was here earlier this month on a disturbing the peace. These charges are significantly more serious. It's alleged that on or about December 20th in the city of Three Rivers, did carry or possess butane, an explosive or combustible substance with the intent to damage or destroy property without permission of the property owner, and did damage property belonging to Goodwill Industries. It's a felony punishable by up to 20 years imprisonment and a fine of up to $15,000.
Your Honor, that was on December 29th.
Oh, December 29th. Yes, I'm sorry. Count 2, did being a person 18 years of older possess methamphetamine within 1,000 feet of a school, which is a 20-year felony. I have not seen that charge this year, I don't think. Count 3, arson, preparation to burn. Did arrange, place, devise, or distribute an inflammable, combustible, or explosive material, liquid, substance, or device at or near Goodwill Industries with the intent to commit arson of property having a value of $20,000 or more. Officers were dispatched to a large fire behind the Goodwill store. And there's video of someone they believe to be you. Wow, setting this fire. Damaging a truck. You had some methamphetamine in your possession when they arrested you. Mr. Hasselkuss, are you on bond in any other jurisdiction?
We are.
Elkhart? Did you say
St. Joe?
Saint? All right. Are you still homeless?
Yeah.
And you said you're on bond from where?
St. Joe.
I don't think he is. The only case that I'm showing is the one that
He owes money on.
Right.
Well, then the praxis is not right. All right. Miss Deborah Davis, the soon-to-be prosecutor, is here. She wanted to give input on this. Miss Davis?
Right, I've been in contact with Three Rivers Police Department, who have been investigating this issue, and they are very concerned about the safety of the community with this individual. Most recently, at the beginning of December, he was charged with using a baseball bat to hit the backside of a car of an individual. That was the case that he came in and ended up pleading to disturbing the peace. Didn't really have a great explanation for why he did that. I thought they were laughing at him or talking about him or something.
Yes.
And, I had some concerns about him at that point. So when this came in and we start looking at the details, this could have been extremely serious as far as but for the security company from one of the neighboring businesses having a good monitoring system, that an individual called in from Detroit directly to the fire department, and the fire department was able to get dispatched out there much more quickly than usual and get it under control. But the butane that he is alleged to have used and admitted to using and burning these pallets that were up next to the building creates a very dangerous situation for the community and for all the firefighters and personnel that need to be out there to take care of that. He didn't really have any qualms about telling the officers that he had done it, didn't really have a reason, which is concerning. And then the methamphetamine being at the soup kitchen where he was found within, about 500 feet of Ruth Hoppen Elementary. And he didn't mention anything about having that. It was then found on his person when he was threatening to swallow it in the police car. I think he's got some pretty significant issues going on right now. And the fact that he is homeless, doesn't have anywhere to go, and this is the second, crime that he's committed in this month, I think for public safety reasons and to ensure that he appears and is clean and sober for the proceedings, I would ask that the court set a high bond, no 10% option, and that he be outfitted with the GPS monitor. Thank you.
Mr. Westcomb, anything you wish to add?
Yes, Your Honor. Given all the things that the prosecutor has mentioned about these charges, they are severe charges, and I would just like the court to consider the fact that the defendant here is homeless and has access to very limited amounts of resources, and to consider his lack of resources when setting bond. Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Hasselkuss, I dealt with you earlier this month, that incident where you broke the taillight out of that car with a bat because you thought people were laughing at you. Maybe they were, I don't know. But anyway, it was upsetting to you. And I could tell at that point that there were some mental health issues, but I didn't really delve into it. I just let you out of jail and gave you a fine and time to pay it. Maybe it needed more attention than that. This is scary and frightening and makes the hair on the back of my neck stand up. According to the video, you stacked those skids or pellets up there, put stuff on it, lit it with a butane torch, and caught a semi on fire that burned up, doing substantial damage. And only because of somebody else's security, that whole strip mall would have burned up all the way down to probably Bigby Coffee. That would have been the biggest fire in Three Rivers in the last 100 years. We're going to need to get some probably mental health involvement here. But this is very frightening. There's no reason for it. Great risk of public harm. And I'm going to set bond at $100,000 cash or surety. The public safety implications of this case are very large. As a practical matter, as Mr. Westcomb said, you don't have very many resources, but I asked you this when I saw you earlier this month. Where are your people? Where's your family?
It's just me.
Where do your parents live? All right. Much as mental illness and a combination of both, but there's a great public safety risk. So I'm going to set the bond conditions at no drugs and no alcohol, no weapons, no assaulty behavior, and pretrial supervision, including GPS tether, if you do bond out, which is not likely. But that's by for your safety and the safety of the public right now, the best place for you to be is where you are. Perhaps there could be some other sort of mental health placement yet to be determined. Anyway, I'm going to appoint an attorney. I'm going to set pre-exam conference for January 14th, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. That's your next court date. And if we do need a preliminary examination, you essentially admitted everything to the officers. It's probably another category of something that will seem like a good idea at the time, but as we're talking right now, you probably don't even really know why you did this. But we'll try to get to the bottom of it. All right, your next court date is January 14th. We'll appoint an attorney and they'll come out and see you at the jail. Hopefully, maybe after a day or two of forced sobriety, you'll be in a little better communication. All right. Good luck, sir.